Today marks the birthday of Robbie Burns, the national poet of Scotland, who is not only renowned for his poetry, but his songs capturing the essence of Scottish culture. Darryl Lamb from Legacy Liquor joins us now with some ideas on how to toast the day. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Happy Robbie Burns Day. Now, Robbie Burns Day has always been an important day in our household. We grew up in a Scottish household, very much part of it, and Scotch whiskey dominates the entire world when we think, and especially when we think of the libations culture of Scotland. But not everybody loves single malt Scotch whiskey, and Scotland has some pretty fantastic stuff. So I decided to share the plethora of Scottish goodness. Right off the bat, one of my favorite beers in the world, Innocent Gun. This is actually attached to a distillery. They used the barrels to make the beer, and then the barrels end up making whiskey. It's beautiful, it's rich, it's malty. It's not like the big West Coast hot bombs. It's very much old
hot bombs
kind of stuff. Last week, I was at Joe Forte's, one of my favorite places to eat, like classic old place, and they had a rusty nail on the list. I was like, rusty nail? Like, what year is this? Like 1985, right? And it was a monkey shouldery rusty nail, and I said, well, wait a sec, I'm going on global. I want to teach people how to make a rusty nail. And then I found out how easy it is. Watch this. It is super easy. So I got monkey shoulder, beautiful blended malt Scotch whiskey. You just need 2 ounces.
Okay, 2 ounces.
Quick 2 ounces.
Monkey shoulder.
Monkey shoulder. Everything's super hot and not Glen or you know, some kind of Gaelic kind of thing. And then 1 ounce of beautiful Drambuie. Easy in there.
That's a
Give it a stir. And then a little lemon.
A little twist.
Look at that. And press your gas. That's it. Super. 30 seconds in. But if that is too much work for you, there's a really cool thing. I'm really excited about this product. This is the Glenlivet Old Fashioned. I love an Old Fashioned. Single malt Scotch whiskey Old Fashions are just a little bit out of the budget for me usually.
Sure, they're expensive.
And Glenlivet came in and decided that they wanted to make something great. Now, some of the shelf-stabilized Old Fashions where they just sit on the shelf and they've got sort of, you know, sulfites and preservatives and things like that. So this doesn't have any of it. It's actually built right into the bottle. I think if we can get close to it, watch this. I'm going to twist, and it's going to release directly into the bottle.
What?
Look at that cascade. That's the bitters. That's all the cocktail ingredients. Tighten them back up. Give it a little mix, you know, and then
I've never seen such a thing.
Just pour it right in the glass. Add a cherry if you feel like it, but there you go. That is a single malt, the Glenlivet Old Fashioned. And it's $40 for like 5 Old Fashioned. It's great. You got 2 weeks to finish it off, and it's delicious.
That's crazy.
Right?
I've never seen, that's
Isn't that
quite
cool?
a little...
and I just love that, just that cascade effect is beautiful. Now, some people think Scotch is a little stodgy. Scotch whiskey, that is. It's a little stodgy, it's a little old-fashioned sort of stuff, but Scotland is absolutely changing the world of whiskey again with kind of these new funky offerings. And I really wanted to show the Deacon. I mean, feel the weight on that bottle.
Oh, wow.
That is big, hefty bottle. Yeah.
Is that metal?
It's beautiful. You got that steampunk kind of thing going on.
Nice, yeah.
Super popular this year at Christmas. We couldn't keep it on the shelf.
Really?
Yeah, and it's made of Speyside malts and Islay whiskey. I love Islay whiskey so much that my daughter's middle name is Isla, and that's because my wife wouldn't go for Lagavulin. Now.
Okay, I'm with Isla,
yeah. Isla with a Y though, all right?
Okay,
like that's like the actual island in Scotland. Now, you know, Canada has a huge connection to Scotland. Our 2 first prime ministers were born in Scotland. BC was originally New Caledonia. We have Nova Scotia, New Scotland, sort of stuff. So we have a connection. Canadians have gone back to Scotland, and they've done something unbelievable. Holyrood opened up in Edinburgh, the first distillery in Edinburgh in over a century, and they were starting a whiskey distillery, but when you're waiting for whiskey's at least 3 years, you make gin to pay the bills. And so the Holyrood Height of Arrows gin, made by Rob and Kelly Carpenter, right here from Western Canada.
Fantastic.
They go out and they win world's best gin with their Height of Arrows gin. And one of the things that I love, it's just juniper, Scotch honey, and a little bit of beeswax. That's it. And I do it as a
Those are quite the
a gin and soda, because I don't want to do tonic because the quinine and all those flavors are going to remove the delicate flavors of the gin. And then for a garnish, I'm going to use a little beeswax.
Well, isn't that pretty?
Isn't that pretty?
Oh, wow.
There you go. Something simple. But of course, they started out as a whiskey distillery. And this is, I'm really proud of this. I'm really proud of Rob and Kelly. This is the Holyrood Ambra. This is their second release single malt ever. Just just named by Forbes magazine world's best non-age statement single malt. That beats some of the Macallan M's, like $5,000 a bottle. And they beat those kind of whiskeys with their beautiful whiskey made in Edinburgh, aged in Islay whiskey casks. Beautiful little smoky nose. If you can give it a scent, it smells just like bacon.
Bacon, okay. I can pick up a little of the peat.
Yeah, it's a little peat, and that's just from the barrel. It's a beautiful whiskey made by Canadians in Scotland.
Very interesting.
This is what Scotland is all about. So many great things. However you celebrate Robbie Burns Day this night, enjoy it, have fun. Sláinte. It's so good.
Sláinte.
Sláinte.
Cheers to you. All right. How much does this go for?
This guy's less
if it's up against the Macallans and that.
It's only $100.
Okay.
$100 Canadian versus whiskeys that are thousands of dollars a bottle, and they went out and won the biggest award in whiskey.
Very cool. Well, yes, happy Robbie Burns Day to you. Thanks for coming in. Darryl Lamb, Legacy Liquor. Well, that sun is out there. It's nice to see.
It's gorgeous.
It's golden like some of the colors we see here. Yvonne is back with a look at your forecast in just a couple of minutes. And is this warm-ish, cold-ish, sunny streak going to last? She's going to let us know.